First and foremost, apologies for the lack of posting here on YouTube. I switched to TikTok for a bit to try and gain more traction towards my channel, and I accomplished a bit of that, but now it's time to get back to the YouTube grind. So let's get into the topic of today's video, which is the light heavyweight division and what's really going on with uh, Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka. So we just learned not too long ago that Yuri Prochazka has school. He's got to work towards a degree, and he can't fight. He was offered some light heavyweight fight. I'm assuming, I guess it was a title shot against Magomed Ankalaev. Yuri declined that to work on school. Alex Pereira, who I thought was available to fight Magomed Ankalaev, apparently is not. And Magomed has now taken to social media to complain about this and say that, Alex doesn't want to fight, Yuri doesn't want to fight. Who am I going to fight? I must be feared. And I don't think Magomed is wrong in saying that he's feared. I don't think he's wrong in saying that. Of course, again, Yuri has a prior engagement, which is the school. Alex has some sort of thing he's trying to get through. So I get that they both have, proof of why they're not able to fight Magomed Ankalaev, but that doesn't negate it doesn't negate Magomed's ability to create some theater out of this and some commotion and say that, oh, they're dodging me, just like Ilya is doing with Islam Makhachev. So yeah, Magomed Ankalaev is apparently left without a dance partner for an upcoming fight. But I assume the UFC, if Alex Pereira is not able to fight Magomed, the UFC is going to go to Carlos Ulberg and give Ulberg the title shot, which I don't think is a bad idea. If Yuri isn't able to show up and Alex isn't able to show up, Carlos Ulberg is the next best bet. He is a great fighter. He proved himself against Jan Blachowicz, although I still think Jan won that fight. Ulberg still proved himself from a physical capability sort of standpoint. In other words, Ulberg did show good fighting skill. He fought most of the fight off the back foot, picked Jan Blachowicz apart in some sense, and he was very fast. He has very fast hands and feet. His striking looks really good, and I think it's good enough to go toe to toe with Magomed Ankalaev. If you were to ask me who wins between Ulberg and Magomed, I think it's a close fight. A lot of people may say I'm wrong for thinking that, but I think it's a close fight. I think Magomed Ankalaev is very fast and skilled, especially on the feet, and so is Ulberg. This fight could go to the ground, but I think it only goes to the ground if Ankalaev presses the issue. I think Ulberg will want to fight this fight on the feet. Maybe play it off the back foot like he did against Jan Blachowicz, but I'm not sure if that will particularly work in his favor because Ankalaev could just really batter him, while moving forward. And the fact that he would be moving forward for the entire fight does give him an edge on the judges' scorecards, because being on the back foot for an entire fight is not the best thing to do. Regardless of the striking being really good and the fighter getting every sort of look he can, strike-wise and significant strike-wise, it still gives a certain, for lack of a better term, it gives a certain, it's just not good to see, coming from a judge, you constantly off the back foot, giving up a lot of the pressure in a fight, it shows weakness is what I can really say. And although there is a case to make that even though you're on the back foot, you can still look great, judges just don't see it that way. And I've seen that in a lot of fights. I don't know, for example, Paulo Costa and Sean Strickland. Paulo, in my opinion, didn't do that bad, but he did spend a lot of that fight on the back foot, so that doesn't really give a great case to the judges for a decision win in his favor. But that's a tangent. Going back to the main thing, which is again, Magomed Ankalaev and what is next for him because of this whole situation. Yuri doing school, Alex not really being respondent in whether or not he really has another fight lined up currently. I think Carlos Ulberg is the best next bet. You know, he's up there. He's close to the title. And if nobody's going to try to grab that title, it might as well be Oldberg. It'll be a great fight. I think Magomed Ankalaev edges Oldberg out on the scorecards. I think this fight goes the full 5. I think it'll be a great display of striking. Both fighters will land great shots. I'm talking about a high significant strike percentage for both men. Oldberg likely on the back foot. Magomed Ankalaev likely hunting him down on the on the front foot, just pressuring Oldberg, but Oldberg still being able to get the shots he wants while moving backward. But still, in the end, while the striking percentages might be close, I think the fact that Magomed Ankalaev will probably be on the front foot, backing down Oldberg throughout the entire fight, the judges will likely give it to Magomed Ankalaev when it goes to a decision. So yeah, light heavyweight is at a pretty weird time right now, but things should recover. Pereira should be back to fighting sometime soon. Yuri will have finished school and will be looking to use that crazy head movement again in his next fight, maybe against Alex Pereira. Who knows? Likely not, but still. And the whole organization moves on. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I love you guys. And also, if you haven't noticed already, my new name on this channel is Glove Knowledge. Mr. Fight Companion is a great name. It's just, I feel like it's just too many words. And although I do enjoy being a fight companion, I do have a lot to say outside of, watching live fights and commenting off of that. So, Glove Knowledge, the new name. I love you guys. See you on the next video. Glove Knowledge.